I went to the University of New England, and when I was there, I used to write for the University magazine. In my last year of university, which was the 5th year of my 3-year degree, I decided to write an article that just encapsulated all the kooky things that happened at the University of New England during O Week. And one of those things there was this college called Robb College. They're a rural jockey college, and every year they would have novelty hats. They were, in my first year, it was Viking hats, and later years it was Bob the Builder and the such. And the goal of every good university student was to get one of those hats off a Robb College person's head. And if you took it back to your college, you would be showered with alcohol. You would be a god among men. But if you're from Robb College and you lost your hats, it was worse than death. If you lost it, they would wake you up at 5 in the morning and feed you Eggo beer and all this horribleness. So, in this article, it was a very small section of the article. I wrote about this, and it was a rural college, so I compared Robb College to a herd of cattle, and, they roamed in packs. They trampled you with their hind legs, and the such. It was apt. I was drinking at the bistro one night, the bistro being the only pub at the university. About 3 in the morning, I was sloshed walking up some stairs, and some students were like, "Hey, are you Dick Brown?" Subnote, Dick Brown was my pseudonym. And this wasn't uncommon, and I was like, yes, I am Dick Brown. And then they just told me how they didn't want me to exist and plotted my demise. And I thought, there could be a problem. I went the next morning, I went to the university paper, I went to the editor, and she told me how she received a nice phone call from Robb College saying that they've got 150 signatures complaining against the article, and they wanted me to go to their dining hall and publicly apologize for the article, to which she replied, "No fucking way on earth." And this kind of devolved into being the talk of the university. My good friend, my housemate, was friends with the chancellor, had dinner with the chancellor, and off the record he said it was hilarious. On the record he said he had no comment. It got mentioned in my friend's lecture. At my university had a lot of sausage sizzles. I was waiting in the line in a sausage sizzle, hearing the 2 girls in front of me talking about Dick Brown. It was absurd. So I answered the only way I could. I battled it out in the letters to the editor section. Now, I won't read the article because it's very topical and, you don't know the references, nor will I read the letters because, this is before online flaming was popular. But I will read the last 2 responses. Oh, no, I'll go back. Here's one of the letters that was in the student magazine originally. Dear Seren Trump being the editor, we are Robb College freshers who would like you to know what gave you the right to publish such a disgraceful article in your O Week edition about our college. It is hurtful, distasteful, and cowardly. We would not wish to sound rude, but your article is just that, rude. We believe that you and your team, and indeed Mr. Brown, and the best part about this is everyone refer to me as Dick Brown or Mr. Brown, owe us and as a college a heartfelt and public apology, as this is inappropriate and tasteful. I hope to hear an apology soon, Robb College freshers. And this was attached by 58 unverified signatures from Robb College. But the ironic thing is, I attacked one person in particular in this article and one group in particular, which was the University of New England's Film Society, which I was the president of at the time. So I thought it'd be fun to write a letter to the editor as a outraged film student. Dear Ed, I would like to complain about the article published in issue 1 called The Definitive Guide to O Week. As being a film student, I was appalled by the way film students were portrayed. Not all amateur filmmakers want to make puerile tropes such as mole rats or Evil Dead, as the article indicated. Some of us have serious stories to tell. So, and this was signed by Jimmy Tran, who was me, who replied quite regularly. And this was kind of getting a little bit old, so I thought the only thing I could do was apologize to everyone I offended in the article, except Rob College. So, dear Nucleus, as you know, my article entitled The Definitive Guide to OWIC caused a bit of stir around the university. So this is why I'm going to give a heartfelt apology to the following groups of people. College cleaners, young liberals, the makers of Van Wilder Party Liaison, American Pie, Mallrats and the Evil Dead, resident assistants, all the victims of the 2001 Austin College chlamydia outbreak. Resident assistants, horny virgins, universal whipping boys, foreign students, alpha males and females, the lounges at the bistro on the upper level near the girls' toilets, all those architects whose designs for Guantanamo Bay were rejected, guys who are horrible roots, post-pubescent computer programmers, guys named Gary, Samuel Beckett, and the UNE Film Club. Keep on trucking, Dick Brown. So, the next issue, I'm reading the letters to the editor. There's a long article, and right at the end was this tasty little tidbit. Thank you, Dick Brown, for your apology. It is appreciated. I do believe that Rob's apology was omitted during printing and not originally absent from your letter. Thanks anyway. Win. Okay. Now this is the end. We have to applaud for a winner. So if you liked Adrian Snodgrass, so the person with the biggest applaud wins this goodies book. Adrian Snodgrass. Tom Chapman. Randall Stevens. Charlie Barber. Toby's not here, let's ignore him. Dreamboat Cameron... No. Dreamboat Cameron Stark. The delightful Meredith. Lawrence. The lovely Catherine. And Dick Brown, a.k.a. Leslie Morris. Oh, I think maybe Mr. Snodgrass has got it. So, please don't run around. Stick around for the afternoon, drink some beer, and I guess keep Facebook, and we'll probably do this in a couple of months' time.